Welcome to another edition of Don Alphin on Fishing. I've had a bunch of requests just since my last little jigging video posted that people are just concerned as to how they figure out what they're fishing for. How do you do that? So today's video is just, quite frankly, just going to be showing my fish finder and showing exactly what we're seeing there. And hopefully I'll be able to show you the differences between different schools of fish and the different species of fish, depending on what they're doing, how they're behaving, and the level that they're holding. So stay tuned. Hopefully I'll be able to show you how I look at my Garmin LiveScope, and in conjunction with the other finders that I have on my boat, to figure out what fish are under my boat that I can go fish for. Thanks for watching. Notice I've got 2 fish in 60 feet of water here, and I've got a couple of fish that were a little bit shallower than where I was. So if I don't have anything else to fish for, hey, I'll drop down to this 60 feet if I need to. So if that fish keeps coming down, I'll just keep going. Oh, there he was. He came over, took a look at me. Oh, we got him. I got him. Now we're going to see if that's a kokanee or whether it was a lake trout underneath the kokanee. So this is exactly why we do this. So that was at 65 feet when it came up to see me. Now we're going to see just exactly what kind of fish it is. It's a good fish, whatever it is, and it feels, actually now it feels like it's a kokanee, but we don't know for sure until we see if we can get it in the net. 65 feet. I'm thinking it could be a lake trout. Certainly we know it could be a kokanee, because I've caught him down there. Oh, and he is taking line like nobody's business. Wow. Oh my goodness, look at that kokanee. Big kokanee. Oh, what a dandy. Now see, that is what I would call a rogue kokanee right there. What a gorgeous fish. I mean, I'm telling you, that is as good a fish as you can catch in this lake. What a beautiful, beautiful kokanee. Okay, now I've got fish down here again, and guess what? They're at 65 feet. Well, the last big, huge kokanee that I caught was in 65 feet of water and was by itself. So I'm now going to reel up. I'm sorry about the camera. I'm trying to reel up here. I've got other kokanee that I believe are right there. They're looking at me. I've got fish below me at 60 to 65 feet, and I now, because of what I just caught, believe that those are kokanee too. So now I'm going to drop back down to where I've got this school. I can show you right there. I'm right in the middle of the school now, and I'm not really expecting these to bite. I'm just trying to let you know that this is what I do. And I've got fish above. Sorry about losing the camera there for a second. But now I've got it back to where I can show you. So I'm a little bit out in front of this group of kokanee, but they are coming through. Ooh, there's one that came down. Wanted to come down and see what was going on. Okay, I've got some fish coming my way. A little bit below them, but there's a lot of fish there. See if I can get them to come over and show some interest from where I am. Yeah, a little bit of interest. Got some fish off to the left. Well, I think this is another kokanee. I'm hoping. Yeah, another kokanee. little smaller variety, but still a good Coke. We'll take it. Here we go. Another school of fish. I'm right in the middle of them. They're just looking at me. Some interested, some not interested, just moving through. Notice the fish on the very, very bottom. That's at 80 feet. I'm just gonna, just because I want to show you some things, I'm gonna drop my lure all the way down. You can see it coming down right there. I'm behind the fish, but I think they're just sitting there on the bottom. So we're gonna now go all the way down to 85 feet and see what's down there. See if there's anything that'll bite down there. Here's what happens sometimes when you're in the middle of fish. You can't tell your lure from the fish. That is a trouble. But if you can see where all that pile of fish is right in the middle, that's where my lure is right now. So my lure is sitting right there. So sometimes, a lot of times, I like to be on top of the school or a little bit below the school. I'm going to come up just a little bit. I like to be a little bit above the school or a little bit below the main school, just because I want to get those fish that are just on the outside edges and not necessarily in the school, because they seem to be the ones that are wanting to bite more than the ones that are in that thick school. So that was a good one to take a look at to see exactly what's going on. Okay, I've dropped down to another bunch of fish. They don't look too interested. Oh, except that one hit me. I got a little bit of a nudge on that one. He was kind of excited. I do think it's a kokanee, because this is just the same kind of schools. And now I've caught one at 45 feet and one at 65 feet. Now they've just moved on through, so I'm gonna reel up and check, and well, just as soon as I said that, I got a fish interested in me, so maybe I still have a maggot or two sitting there. Okay, I've got one lone fish at about 55 feet. Whether you can see him, he's just been sitting right there. And I've got two more coming in, but they're a little bit higher. So what I'll want to do is I'll want to lift up to them just a little bit so that I'm prepared when they get over here, if they decide to come all the way across. I'll be ready for them. So see, my jig is on the left. They're a little bit deeper now. I'm going to try to go down just a tiny bit more and see what those fish are thinking about doing. So see, that fish is moving away from me. He does not want to be near me. So I'm going to go down there and be right there, where at least at the level that he came through. Now I'm there, and I've got other fish coming the other direction. I've got some coming from the left. I've got me just right there without a... Ooh, there's a fish that came down to see about me. But notice, that fish wasn't on the screen. All of a sudden, it just came into the... Oh, there, I missed him. Doggone it. That was another good bite. That was my fault. I had the bite right there. But see, all those fish, all I did is I got prepared for them, because I saw those two fish coming across from the other direction, and I just wanted to make sure I was at the right level for those fish. But guess what? There were more fish around that were outside the transducer cone, and they came in, and there, I've got one fish on me right there. I mean, I'm assuming that I still have a maggot on, but see, now there's some fish above, so I'm going to put it down for just a second, and I'm going to reel up just a little bit to get up there by those they're right there just below the top ones. They're swiping at it. They haven't got it yet, but I've got more fish coming in to take a look. There's another one on top of me. Ooh, missed that one. That was the second miss. Okay, once again, you can see my lure coming down. I'm only going to go down to about 45 feet. Nothing showing on my screen. But I know that there have been fish in the area, and they could be just barely outside of of the transducer cone, so I'm going to be fine at about 45 feet. Just kind of playing around. Oh, there's some. Look at the corner. See, those are in 20 feet of water, but they're back behind me, and there's more coming this other direction. Now notice they're at 45 feet. So you know what? I'm not in bad shape. Just sitting right here. I've got fish coming from different directions. So I can just sit right here and let those fish come to me. Got a fish to the left, I've got fish to the right. And I'm gonna just raise up to that top fish, see if that's a biter. Oh, there's more than one fish that was there. Now I'm gonna drop back down, see if that one, oh. Oh man, come on back, I'm there, you can take it, come on. Oh my gosh, what fun this is. If you look at the screen, you got more fish coming on board. Once again, why are they there? Well, because they've come into the cone angle. They've come into that transducer. We've got more coming, so I had to raise up so that I'm right there at the forefront of those. Oh, wait a second. How does one of those fish not just take it? Got 5 or 6 fish trying to figure out what's going on with that lure. And they moved back away from it, saying, I don't want any of that. Well, thanks for watching another edition of Don Olfen on Fishing. Today, I'm hopefully have shown you kind of how I deal with my LiveScope and how I look for fish, how I try to determine what species they are by the depth and how they behave around the lure, and then basically how do you stay on top of them? How do you you know, have patience to deal with them? So you know, thanks for watching. Oh, I got another one. Let's just see what we got here. Let me just see. I have total confidence that it's a kokanee, but we'll just see what happens when it gets up there. Oh, and it's a dandy kokanee. It's probably come off. It'll probably come off before I can get it in the net, which it did. That's okay. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.